What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOLFTWBRB. Welcome back to more Total Extreme Wrestling 2016. We are playing as the WWF in the year 2001. More importantly, we are going to be booking the invasion angle and running Sunday Night Heat tonight. Everyone's favorite show. Still a little under the weather, but I'm definitely feeling better, a lot better than I did when I recorded Nitro. My nose is still a little stuffed, and I still have a cough, but it's not as often as it was before. So, hopefully, we won't have as many problems as we had last time, because let me tell you guys, Nitro was pretty hard to record. I was breathing a lot. I don't know if you guys could hear me, but I was breathing pretty heavy. Also, again, I've been having problems with my headset. I don't know if it's one of the cores, but it makes like someone's rubbing something against their microphone, pretty much. You know what I mean? I hope you guys don't hear it. No one said anything in the last episode, so I'm just going to assume you guys don't hear it. But if you do, again, my apologies. If you guys do, I guess I'll have to look into getting a new headset. If not, then I can just deal with it myself. Either way, let's go ahead and run the show. So, wow, this did a lot better than I thought it would. We open up the show with a 54 C-. That's pretty good, guys. And about that had terrible wrestling, though. A non-existent crowd heat. Head chop, the team of Al Snow and Funaki go on to defeat the Lords of the Ring, Nick Dinsmore and Rob Conway, two of our developmental superstars. They were a tag team, so I figured why the hell not. They beat them in 6 minutes, 17 seconds when Funaki defeated Rob Conway with the Fisherman Buster. Al Snow was head and shoulders above everyone else, while Rob Conway was the weak link. So Snow looked good out there. Funaki with a 48, Snow with a 70, holy hell. Rob Conway with the 24, and Nick Dinsmore with the 39. So Dinsmore looking pretty impressive. Funaki's also improving in Rumble. That's a plus. Why did this was, I also had them work the crowd, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but they do have tag team experience, so there you have that. But I'm just really surprised that this did as well as it did. I mean, a C- isn't something to write home about, but I thought maybe a D, to be honest. As we move on to our next segment, which, again, does pretty good here. 55 C- here. We're backstage with Spike and Molly Holly. They're like flirting with each other, all kissing and making out. Picture kind of like every couple you see in high school. That's when Gregory Helms approached him, and he's all disgusted, and he says, "You two disgust me. Nobody here wants to see y'all two making out." And then Molly just says, "You're just jealous that it isn't you, you perv." And Helms says, "All right, for one, I'm not jealous. And two, I was hoping I was going to run into you, since last week you tricked me and cost me the Hardcore Championship. And you know what, Molly? Despite your actions, I think you felt the electricity in the air. You and I have excellent chemistry. And I know sooner, rather than later, you'll feel it too." That's when Spike steps up and he says, "Okay, that's enough out of you. Why don't you just move along before things get ugly?" And the Helms says, "Yeah, all right. I'll leave you two high school lovers to make out in the lockers while I go find someone 10 times hotter than you, Molly." And then Molly says, "Oh, really? You actually think any girl's going to want to talk to you? Well, if that's so, then why don't you go find a girlfriend and meet Spike and I in the ring tonight for a double date?" And then Helms agrees to it, and it's set up that Gregory Helms will have to find himself a female to team up with tonight to meet Spike and Molly Holly in the ring for mixed tag team action. So it's most likely going to be someone from the Developmental. Not a debut, by the way. It's just a one-off thing. As we move on to a horrible match. Oh, I forgot to raise. Well, I'm not too worried about it. I could go back and raise one of them up to like a lower mid-carder. I thought Chavo Guerrero was a lower mid-carder for a second, but whatever. We got a 24E here, and probably what might be our worst match we've ever done, because Chavo's an opener, Jerry Lynn's an enhancement talent, so they're both considered jobbers. Wow, that sucks. Although they did have some good in-ring performance, I'll have to revisit this match because I'm sure they can put on a better match than this. That definitely sucks, but Chavo gaining some momentum as he beats Jerry Lynn with the Tornado DDT. We then go to a 46D rating in the backstage with Head Chop, and Snow's like, "Foo, man, I'm telling you, you and I are on a roll and there's nothing stopping us." Soon enough, Head Chop will be well-known all around the world, or a well-known team in all of America, and Japan. I didn't mean to say all around the world. I jumped the gun there. That's when Just Incredible and Jamie Noble approach, and they're laughing at them. Incredible says, "What do we have here?" And Noble says, "A bunch of freaks is what we've got." And Incredible says, "Al, you can't honestly believe that you're going anywhere in the WWF with Kung Fu Naki over here as your tag team partner." And then they laugh at, Credible and Noble laugh at each other, the joke. And that's when Funaki steps up and he says, "You are not funny. Your win-loss record is, though." And then Al Snow is just like, "Oh!" Because, this. And then Funaki says, "And if you want a fight, the next week a fight is what you get." And that's when Head Chop leaves. And Credible says, "Oh, you want a fight? You just wait till next week, buddy." And that confirms that next week, I guess we can go ahead and book it in, that we will see tag team action as Head Chop will battle the team of Credible and Noble, which I kind of like just the name Credible and Noble for them, because you can play it off like they're credible and noble men, even though they're not, but, or noble and credible, whatever you want to call them. Still. Let's go ahead and save that for next week. And, I misspoke. Jamie Noble's doing better developmental, or not developmental, developing better performance, excuse me. It also started our storyline, so we got another Heat storyline here. We then go to our This Week in the WWF segment, pretty much just highlighting the important things that happened, and no Stone Cold, no Rock, no Rhino, no Triple H. We didn't need to talk about them. They didn't really have much of a story going on. I thought about putting Kane and Kane and Giant in here, or Benoit and Taker, but, and we'll talk about Benoit after the show, by the way, or after Heat. But I instead wanted to highlight the Jericho and DDP feud, had them both raised on Entertainment, and then highlighted the fact that No Mercy will indeed be Extreme Rules, pretty much, as Booker T and Ron Simmons lost to RVD and Sabu on Nitro, and then we just put Heyman and Shane McMahon in there to kind of sell it as well. As you can notice, no storylines moved along here. It's because I'm going to start making these minor segments, that way they don't affect the storylines. And it kind of sucks. Sorry about coughing in your ear, by the way, but it kind of sucks because Heat won't get the bonus, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal to me. All right. Now that we got the cop out of the way, it's going to ask us about Jericho. No. Wow. Oh, these guys are jobbers too. You know what? Let's go ahead and just fix this real quick, guys. We're gonna go off the script here. I forgot to do this, so why not just fix it? Let's go ahead and make Chavo a lower mid-carder. Since that was the main event, I'd rather in the main event not be a 19. Wonder why that was considered jobber. Oh, because it's Spike and Helms. They're both jobbers. That's right. So we'll go ahead and make Spike Dudley a lower mid-carder as well. And, yeah. Let's see how bad we changed things up here. Okay, this still did pretty good. Funaki's improving in Rumble as well. I can't remember if that's how it was. This did this did worse, which is unfortunate, and it did lose heat for the storyline as well, which that's unfortunate as well. This did way better, as now we got a 61C, considering that no jobbers are here. But beat him with the gory special submission hold, 56 and a 60 for the two. Jerry Lynn better. This did probably around the same. This did way better. Too bad it didn't affect any stories. And, okay, so we got a 46D to end off the show. I think, yeah, this is the worst match of the show, but that's okay. And about that had terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Spike and Molly go on to defeat Gregory and Mickey with Spike. What? Did I do that on accident? Wow. This is a mess. Okay. Billy Gunn got him. I guess I didn't put Helms down as the loser, so Mickey James got the loss, even though it was supposed to go to Gregory Helms, and using the ropes for leverage. This match is just messed up, so ignore it. So pretty much, Spike Dudley And Molly Holly win after Gregory looks like he's about to win the match, but Molly kind of like distracts him, but not really. They kind of like stare at each other for a good couple seconds, and Gregory starts approaching Molly, but that's when Spike rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, gets the victory, and wins the match for his team. While they leave, and Molly kind of looks back at Gregory, and Gregory's kind of looking back at her. Mickey James was the worst, of course, with that 24. By the way, Mickey James, she was the person I chose, because I haven't put her on there yet. Gregory and Spike both with a 52, and Molly with an impressive 50. Lost heat for the feud, though. Gregory's improving in performance. Funaki was used too much. I disagree. Can never use Funaki enough. Solid C rating here with a 59. Not too shabby. Alright, so here we get to the fun part of our developmental. So Heat got the best rating. Look to this. NWA has added a new tag team, Jason Cross and Onyx. We're going to be teaming under the name of Jason Cross and Onyx. AJ Styles had the best ring performance. Shannon Moore on HWA. Wow, OVW didn't even do better than ECCW. And Finley. Kendo Cashin's taking an MMA fight. Does he work anywhere? New Japan. And M-Pro. They're going to be missing him. Not that they really care. And Chance Beckett. Hurt with a damaged eye. He, what was his last match? Got injured by facing... it was a tag team match. Scum. Don't know who they are, but that's who he lost to. Alright, let's check out our developmental stuff first. Let's start with OVW, since they were the worst. I can tell just how they're all rated. OVW got a 42 solid D rating. That's actually not too bad, so I'm curious to see how the rest of the shows do. Payne and Flash Flanagan defeated Sly Scraper and Red Dog by DQ with a 36. Randy Orton defeated Slash by countout with a 48. Fit Finley defeated Leviathan, a.k.a. Batista, with a 53 rating. And Rico Constantino defeated Mark Henry with a 38. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Hold on. Alright, now that I can breathe again, let's go ahead and move on to HWA, because they didn't do that much better than OVW. 46 D rating here. We started the show with Cody Hawk going over Lance Kane with a 28 rating. Rory Foxton defeats Evan Courageous by DQ with a 41. A brawl between Terry Funk, Mike Sanders, and D'Lo Brown happens with a 47. Glenn Gilberti, a.k.a. Disco Inferno, and Shannon Moore defeated the Haas brothers with a 45. And in the main event, D'Lo Brown retained his championship, the HWA heavyweight title, over Ray Steele with a 48. There you go. And then finally, we go to NWA with that, still not that great, but whatever, 51 D+. I was expecting one of them to get like a C for some reason, but it was just like 1 point or so over each other, not even by that much. 51 D+ rating here. We open up the show with Suicidal Tendencies defeating the Boogaloo Crew to retain their NWA Wildside Tag Team titles with a 44 rating. Then a brawl happens between AJ Styles, Das Wonder Kid Alex Wright, and Sean O'Hare that gets a 53. Caprice Coleman then goes on to defeat Jeremy Lopez to retain the NWA Georgia Junior Heavyweight title with a 48. Cross and Onyx defeated Bad Attitude with a 52. And in the main event, AJ Styles makes his first defense of the NWA Wildside Heavyweight title by retaining over David Flair in a 62 rating. Not too bad for the developmental companies. Chance, did I shortlist him or something? I guess so. I had no idea. How long is he out, out of curiosity? 25 days. It's not too bad. Damage Ido, that has to suck. Okay, I want to check storylines real quick. Chavo and Kidman, not doing too bad there. Head Chop, okay. I love Head Chop, by the way, guys. Head Chop's like my pet project right now. I like them a lot. Alright, cool. Let's move forward. I don't think we'll see any more developmental things anymore, unless they all decide to run pay-per-views again. Nitro was shown, got that 42.96. So if we can just look at our history real quick. I don't know why I always choose to do it for Nitro. 42.96. It went down. That's a shame. What did Raw do? 42.56. That went up. Noah. Akira Toru made a babyface turn. There you go, Akira Toru. New Japan still looking for new faces. Larry Destiny's on the rise. All right, Larry Destiny. I like your look. I might give him a shot, actually. And Ernest Miller on the radio. Okay, that's fine. We already know about that. I forgot to mention that this, the episode was kind of over, so those of you who wanted to stick around could stick around, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know that by now. Oh, no. What's happened? Vacant. Oh, okay, I was about to say, they had it vacated? Atlantis, Vampiro, and Villano 3 became the new champions. Vampiro is like a... Is he need a pay per appearance? Wow, they put a title on him. That's a little surprising. I mean, not that, the game probably... Wow, look at that. Vampiro with an A rating. Holy shoot. Good for you, Vampiro. Was that his... That's not his first title, I was about to say. He held the tag team titles with the Great Muta, R.I.P. There's the other heavyweight champion. Look at this now. Vampiro winning his first title in the company. Good for Vampiro. Also, I noticed that he fought Universe 2000. Did he fight him for the world title? Curious about that, too, now. No. I just saw that he did fight him. I was curious to see if he got that world title shot. James Mitchell is the best manager in the world right now. Also, Mike Sanders, who's under developmental contract with us, is rising. So that's promising. As we inch closer and closer to Raw. By the way, I mentioned that I wanted to talk a little bit about Chris Benoit. So in the last episode on Nitro, Benoit came up dirty with hard drugs. And usually I send people to rehab for that, but I chose not to do it for Benoit because I had plans for him. Well, I did get a lot of slack for that. A lot of people were saying I probably should have suspended him. And in all honesty, I probably should have. Not just in a moral sense to keep to my morals, but also in a game sense because someone mentioned I'm enabling him, and it's not going to help him in the long run if I just let him keep going on. He could eventually pass away, which could be unfortunate since he did pass in real life. So I do have a plan for Chris Benoit. I'm not going to reveal it quite yet, but we will see it when it happens. Trust me. So by the way, Satoshi Kojima made a babyface turn. I didn't even know Satoshi Kojima was a heel, to be honest, so that surprises me. But he made a babyface turn. I didn't even know New Japan used faces and heels. Interesting. I want to actually check out New Japan real quick. I want to see if Hogan had a match or if anybody. Jushin Liger and Kendo Kashin. Then Liger defeated Kendo Kashin, probably to send him off. He did have a match! Look at this. So we have a confrontation between Tenzan, Kojima, Chono, and Hogan, and then they go on to have Tenkoji defeat Masahiro Chono and Hulk Hogan. So look at New Japan. They're using Hogan right away. They are not wasting any time. Wasn't sure what Gora was. I thought it was a new company for a second. Look at that. That was Hulk Hogan's first match in the game, by the way. At least, unless they used him before. What the hell? Why did it take me to him? I guess I could have pressed I instead. Yep, that's his first match, and it was an A rating. Look at Hulk freaking Hogan over here. Alright, cool. Simulate one more day forward, and we can end off this episode. I would love to hire Steve Corino, by the way, but he's a freelancer, which is unfortunate. And for those of you who are saying, why did he just bring that up out of nowhere? As because he was on the screen. You weren't paying attention. IWA Kayfabe Memorial Show? Okay, whatever that means. Heat was shown. Definitely did not get the best rate. Look at all these things. Osaka Pro, APW. A lot of places. Chris Chetty's on the rise. Yeah, I'll add Chris Chetty to my short list. He sounds familiar. I don't know why. And Nick Mondo, my buddy Zach Monzi, the Iron Monzi, would love if I hired Nick Mondo, so I'll shortlist him too, buddy. Don't know what I'll do with him, but he'd be great for the hardcore scene. He legit hardcore. Alright, so we're at Monday Night Raw. We have a couple people pissed at us here, but that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and end off this episode here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done already. And as always, my name's been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and I will see you guys for Monday Night Raw. So until then, have a great day.